Been a while since I had a chance to work on the project. Kind of life being just getting in the way. Last I worked on the cooling lines for the transmission, and I can't find the old bottom fitting, so I'm probably going to have to buy one because the one they gave with it sticks straight out. I need something with a bend, and I think the stock one is going to work fine, so I'm going to order one of those. So since I can't work on that anymore, I am going to put the lower radiator hose on. Now, I've already got it under there. I had to wiggle it in under the spreader bar here. Now, if you have a stock, that you're not going to have that to worry about. However, you are going to have a fan shroud that sticks way out here. That's going to make it a lot harder to get that end. Let's see if I can show the outlet that I'm trying to get it on. So, like I said, if you have a stock radiator and a belt-driven fan, it's going to be a lot harder to get that in there. You see here, this is so long that it's going to be up against the shock tower brace here. The only way I'm going to be able to get that on is I'm going to have to just bend it and muscle it on. We'll see how that works. I don't know that I can get a video shot of this thing where you'll be able to see anything, but for right now, I'm trying to get this on the outlet from the radiator to get it at least lined up a little bit. And I'm going to need both hands to force that on, so I'm going to set the camera up on the tripod across the way there and see if I can get a shot of it. If I can, there will be a video of me putting this on. If I can't, you'll just have to know that I couldn't video it. So with that, I'm going to shut off the camera and take it to the other side and see if I can get a shot. Well, my hands are probably going to be in the way most of the time, but I'm going to run the camera and then I'll decide after I view it whether to actually put it on video. I may have to pull this out and put some water on it to lubricate it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, get some kind of an idea how I had to snake this under the spreader bar. I'll shut the camera off while I lubricated it a little bit. I tried to put some water on it. Doesn't seem like it wet it very much. And we'll snake this under the spreader bar. You always have to wonder whether you're going at the right end first or not. Because you choose one end to start with, and you do the best you can. It's not even over the hump yet. Like everything else on this car, I think this is going to be a struggle. Oh, I think I got it over the hump. I did. So that's good. A good thing. Now I'm not going to tighten the clamp down there until I have the other end on here, because it would be potentially preventing me from rotating it to get the top end in. So, trying to get this done far enough so that it looks like the top end here lines up. That's going to be tough. It'll be bent such that it's a couple inches shorter than it is. Then again, maybe I started with the wrong end. Maybe I'll have to take that bottom off. There's not much room to move that. Glad I didn't put the air conditioner compressor on yet, because that would have been in my way as well. I can't even get this close to fitting on there. Wonder if I should have done the other end first. Might make it just as hard to get the bottom end on if I take it off, though. We're going to try. Since I know I can get the bottom end on at least. Okay, bottom end's off. Try getting this started here while I've got the bottom end there. Well, the top end's going on easier. It remains to be seen what that's going to do on the bottom end. Now I've got it near the bottom. Same situation. It's 2 inches further past the end of the outlet. So I've got to bend this back this way, the hose, and see if I can get it on. I'm having trouble seeing. My glasses are fogging up. It's a hot, humid day. Well, it feels like it's going to be better going the water pump side first, because I'm able to move this back a little bit. Okay. Kind of close to getting it on. Slipped off. I was going to put some fancy hose clamps on this, and I tested them out. They were a little bit too big, and with the trouble I'm having getting this lined up, I think that just popped over the edge. It did. The trouble with that I'm having getting this lined up, I think that those fancy hose clamps would have been very difficult to get aligned and tightened. I had a plan to put some some stainless steel strapping that I was going to put underneath it to take up the slack, and that was my plan. But even from what I see now, that would not have been, I don't think, a workable plan. It's hard to tell how much past that bulge I am. Oh, I can feel it. I'm a good inch past it already. So I'm going to work on that just a little bit more. See if I can get it down a little bit farther. And then I'll tighten those clamps. But it looks like the way to go with this is to do the water pump side first, and then put the other one in, the radiator side in. So I'll take the camera over the other side and give you a shot of what it looks like at the water pump. So there's the water pump side right there. As you can see, the hose is very close to the, I guess it's the bracket that holds the upper control arm on. And then down in there, this is the clamp for now, but you can see that the see if I can get it in the picture. It's very hard to see. Okay, see if I can prop the light up or something. Oh, I lost the light. There. Down here, where my finger is moving, that's the outlet from the radiator. And you can see the end of the hose on it. And I can feel, you can almost see it here. There's the little bulge on the outlet from the radiator that, and maybe that isn't, maybe that's, at any rate, it's down there. You can see that it's on. I am going to push on that a little bit more, see if I can make it a little better. And then I'll move the hose clamps into place and tighten them down. So that'll be it for the lower radiator hose. So there's the upper connection of the lower radiator hose where it goes into the water pump. And I tightened that down. Had to open it up a little bit so it would slide over the hump on the inlet to the water pump. But I'm recording this as much for me as for you so that I have visual evidence that I actually did that. So now I'm going to raise the car and go under and do the end by the radiator. Right up in here you can see the hose and the aluminum connector to the radiator. From down here I was able to get a good grip on that hose and pull it a good half-inch further. One thing that I failed to do, but it turns out it's not going to hurt me too bad, is that I usually pay attention when I'm putting, I don't know if I have the right socket for this one. This worked up top, but I don't know if it's working here. But I usually pay attention to which direction I put the clamps on, because it makes a difference in how you can access it with a wrench, or a socket I should say, because that's generally the best thing to use on them. I'm trying to get this down over that hump on the and I did. I've got a jack holding up the front end because I don't have all the bracing on yet, so it's kind of in my way. So I might have to go get a shorter extension so that I can finish this. So I got a shorter extension now, and actually I brought two because that's a good thing, I think, because I wasn't sure whether the one would be too short. So I'm putting two extensions on now, and I'm trying to get my hand up here to hold the clamp so it doesn't spin, because they tend to do that. And hopefully I've got this on the video in the frame. Should have brought my power ratchet. This would have been on by now. I may have loosened that too much and taken it out of the grooves that it spins in. Okay, that's working now. Okay, that ought to be good. So, lower radiator hose is now installed.